YouTube channel. How you like my shirt? It's getting to be summer, so I'm kind of getting in the mood here. I have a customer coming down, Cheryl Calder. I don't think she's here yet, but she's coming to close on her home. And she said that, I don't know, she's up there where all that weather is, and she couldn't start yesterday like she wanted to because how much rain is up there. And then she said it's supposed to be 20 degrees. That's crazy. What is it here?
Right now it is 85.
85 degrees and sunny. Thunderstorms possible after 10 p.m. So I told her she's bringing the weather down with her. I'm going to put this right up there. That's cool. Get rid of I don't want to do that. All right, so let's see. Who do we have? I was kind of hoping old Jace Gallagher was on there because that was Jace playing at the beginning. So, Tom George, you are number one, you and Lauren. Thank you so much for joining this evening. Tom's over there in his brand new remodeled home. He and Lauren just loving life over there. So they're still working on it a little bit, but pretty much we got just about, I guess, 95% done. Lauren is working on painting the outside. All right, so Lauren and Tom are back in the house. Pat and Jane are in the house. So that's cool. And there's Gary. Gary Winkle in Tallahassee. How's the weather over there, Gary? You guys getting anything? Let me take a look here.
Allegedly, it was supposed to be quite windy.
Allegedly. You know what allegedly is? Means might have happened and it might not.
Yeah, I mean, with my phone prediction of the weather earlier, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Christian tells me, oh, it's not supposed to rain till 9 o'clock tonight. Now my phone says 10. However, it was raining at 3 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, all right, Corky, finally got a free Monday. Greetings from on top of the world on this blustery. It is blustery, man. I was out doing some videoing. I did 3 videos today. Whew. And my hair was just, if you see these videos, I don't know. I'm not making any promises there, but it was pretty breezy. So now, y'all probably can't see this, but Gary, I think you're catching it up there, and well, you know how the green screen. Yeah, it's not getting it.
No.
Yeah, the green is too similar. Anyways, so I was kind of hoping old Jace Gallagher was gonna see my little intro. So I'm practicing hard on that guitar, so when Jace finally gets here this month, man, I missed that guy for the last 2 months, and that's just ridiculous. To not be able to go any of his performances here in the Villages. That's nuts. For two months in a row, I can't have that. Anyways, Create Sunshine, thank you very much for being with us tonight. And I'm going to have to start getting these people's first names like that, because unless you like being called Create Sunshine, which if you're down here in Florida, that's pretty easy to do. All right, racer girl, good afternoon. Girl, it's not afternoon. Might be afternoon where you are in California, where we used to call it. But I should show everybody your motorcycle. Then they'll know why they call you racer girl. And look at Trish. Hope everyone is doing great tonight. Look at her, all party, all happy, because she's got her new home here in the Villages. So she's got her little celebration horns going. That's awesome. That makes me feel good when I see that. So I bet you just couldn't be happier because weather was beautiful, breezy, warm, 85 degrees. I mean, that was okay. So, yeah, man. High 42 in PA right now, going to below 32 tomorrow night. Hasn't anybody told the weather up there that it's about summertime? My painter is here now. Oh, cool. Yeah. Renee's trying to get out of.
California?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good, a good handle for that state. So anyways, raining. Gary says it's raining, been raining most of the afternoon. Yeah, I'm looking at my weather here, and it is raining. So my man, Joey Miller, he is looking for a job, and Mr. Miller, I think just might have a good handle on one now. So we have our fingers crossed. I don't know if he's watching tonight. I don't know if he watches any night. I know Jamie and my wife Patty will watch on occasion.
And Blakely.
Huh?
Blakely will pop in too sometimes.
She does?
Mm-hmm. She never comments, but I hear her watching sometimes.
Huh?
I hear her in the morning listening to our streams after the fact, so Blakely keeps up to date.
Oh, but she's not here now.
No.
Live. That, okay. So Miss Blakely got her a new car because somebody smashed into her last week. And somebody smashed into a car that was behind her that smashed into her, and then she bumped the car in front of her. Her car got totaled. So she went and got her a brand new car. And I mean brand new. And I told her, I said, in all my years on this earth, I've never had a brand new car, ever. And this is her second brand new car, so. I think what it always is what you can afford as a new car, for the same price, you could jump up a few notches, like a BMW, or I've got my Infiniti now. So anyways, that's why I've never been able to get into that brand new car. Plus, you lose so much money, man. In the first year, I can't bring myself to do that. All right, so Blakely, hopefully you're not watching. Her and Jamie were out having a good old time this weekend.
Oh, is she the reason she got a new car?
Jamie?
Mm-hmm.
No, she's the reason Blakely got a wedding dress. Because they went wedding dress shopping. All right. Clara May. Hi. Hi, Ira. It's snowing. They're saying it's snowing in Ohio. That's craziness. That's, I don't know. I don't get that. Man, every one of you on here need to come on down here to Florida because that's just craziness. I don't know how y'all do that. I honestly don't.
Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio have a freeze warning.
No, can't do it. Jace, my man Jace. Hello, my friends. He's got the, and I guess you're a little bit late there, buddy, because we were copyright infringing tonight. You might have seen it, and you might not. But we, Christian pulled you off the, pulled you off your Facebook page and put you on our YouTube page. So hopefully, I don't owe you too much money in royalties. California, there you go, California. That's what Renee says. That's great. I love that. Gary says, I got me a new car too. What's your new car there, Gary? What kind of car did you get? He probably got the new BMW. But with them tariffs going on, might be a little pricey these days. Okay, so Patrick, how's it going? And the Ghost Rider is here again this week. Love it. So I'm so happy to see you back because Ghost Rider's been kind of ghosting me. But he's back. All right, it's called Lake Erie Snow Machine. So you got the snow effect. I've heard about that. I'm a Florida boy, so I don't know a whole lot about the snow machine. Although my brother moved to Syracuse, New York one year and got blasted by that lake effect snow. The snow went all the way up to the roof of his house, and they had to dig the door out to get out. And his wife says, you might be here next year, but I won't be. So he was there for 1 year, and he was out of there. Yep, that is a truism. Gary, a 2025 Prius. All right, nice, man. Missy Mo, hello from Michigan. How's your weather there, Missy Mo? Everybody else has been telling us about the snow and the freezing and the rain and all that foolishness. Jace, man, just an iced tea from Starbucks will do. No money. Hey, man, I'm always throwing in the little kitty there you got going on at the stage. Although I haven't been there in a couple of months, so I'm going to have to make up for that. I'm going to have to throw you a 20, I guess, instead of a 5 or a 10. No, I think I do throw you 20s. Anyways, cheers. I'm waiting for Celsius to contact me. Anyways, what's been happening? Clara May, believe me, we are making the retirement plans right now. Hope to see you soon. I hope you do too. Working lots of overtime, working towards that village's dream home. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I've been working overtime myself. So it seems like what I've told Blakely, no more Wednesdays. So, unless you guys come here to buy a home on Wednesday, I ain't doing it. Because I've been working every weekend, and yet she has me working this Wednesday. but I put on there permanently, no appointments at the very top up there. So I don't know if you could read that, but unless you guys say, hey, I'm one of his regulars on Monday Night Live, you might be able to get away with a Wednesday appointment. But I'm getting old. So that's what I'm going to call my semi-retirement, is taking every Wednesday off and getting stuff done around my house. Because that's what makes me happy, when I get all this stuff done. If y'all are on my Facebook page, if you ever see my Facebook page, this year I had 15 bags of leaves in my that I raked and vacuumed out of my backyard. And then after all that, these oak trees, man, they come up with these little pollen, I call them pods, but those little fuzzy things, man, those little wormy, fuzzy looking, that create all the pollen and kill everybody with allergies. Man. So then I had to suck all those things up, and I had, well, hopefully I got no more bags in the front of my house. Had to go up on my roof, get all the leaves that go between my roof and my pool cage. So my pool cage goes like this, my roof goes like that. I have all these trees over my pool cage, and it just gets filled in that valley with leaves and limbs and those pollen things and everything else, man. But I got me a brand new pressure washer too. So I'm a happy camper. I love my pressure washer. Just ask Jamie Miller. She knows. Everybody got me a gift card to, what is it? Is it Harbor Freight? Maybe. There's another, it might be either Harbor Freight or Harbor something. Anyways, man, I cut that pressure washing of that pool deck in half. So that makes me happy too. Anyways, let's read some. I'm staying up with everybody. I don't want to get too far behind. So I'm working overtime too. I'm finishing up a lot of projects. Man, I had 4 projects going on at one time in this renovation thing. That's a little much. So anyways, I'm down to the very end of one and almost to the end of another. So if Amy's out there, I'm helping Amy out with hers, and although I'm not supposed to say that, because her sister Kelly might be on here. And let's see, are you still going to Crestwinds tomorrow? Oh, did we say we were going to Crestwinds tomorrow?
Not tomorrow, but we did say we were going to go in the future with Kristen.
Good question. Who asked me that? Gary. Was that Gary? No, Glenn. Let me ask Kristen. Let's see. Hey, Kristen. People are asking when we are doing a live remote. Wait a minute. We're supposed to do that after 5, right?
Yeah, because we can get the whole place to ourselves. So
yeah. So Glenn, they close at 5. And then Kristen said after 5, we could just have the place to ourselves. So what I'm going to do is, let me ask her. I'll see what she says. Next Monday? I'm just sitting here thinking when the best time would be. I think that would be good, next Monday. But we will be, if we do it on Monday, we're going to have to move up this show to 5 o'clock. No, well, I don't know, maybe 5:30, okay? That's probably what we'll do. We'll move, and if we do it next week, then we'll probably start the show at 5:30 next week, so we'll let you know. But I'll let you know what Kristen says. Okay, so thank you, Glenn, for that question. Yeah, we don't want to miss out on that, and sooner the better, I think. You still going to work in 5 years. So, here's the thing. Yeah, actually, let me move this chair up. It's better. I plan on being around in 5 years. I don't think real estate agents really ever retire until they just can't, I guess you just can't drive anymore. But anyways, I'm always going to be around for someone who would like my help to buy a home. So that is a given. Let's see. Good for you, Ira. We'll visit you on Thursday or Friday when we come down in June. Hey, we could always work around. So most people, they're here for, well, a lot of people that I meet are on the Village's Lifestyle Preview Plan, which is anywhere from 4 to 6 days. And so I'm sure we can fit you in somewhere in there. And look, if I can't, then for my Monday Night Live people, whoops, over here, I'll make an exception. Just say, hey, I'm one of your people on Monday Night Live, and you'll get a free pass. Skip Smith calls that Patreon members. I call it
The Ira family.
the Monday Night Live family. So, yeah, never really. I finally joined Skip Smith's Patreon page. Because every time I would see him out, like if we go to Jace's events and Skip's there, hey, how come you haven't joined my Patreon page yet? So while I was on there, I joined Wrestler Manias. So he might pop up here pretty soon too. So I joined Skip's and I joined Wrestlers. And then they hit me with this thing called Discord. Do I have a Discord
You have an app?
app?
Mm-hmm.
Do I? Still don't know what it is, but I got it. Oh yeah, I do. And so I'm just going to apologize right from the get-go because Skip's telling me a bunch of people are asking me questions on my Discord, and man, wait a minute, come on. See, you try to do the right thing, and then they want to hit you with all these ads and shop anywhere, anytime, visit the shop. I don't need all that. I just want to go right to the thing. So I got a Brad Shea having a new floor installed. The installers found an area along the baseboard under this window that is wet. There are some hairline cracks in the stucco outside. Anyone know if someone can address the problem? Well, sure. First call, I think, would be, all right, well, see, we can go down that rabbit hole. I don't even know. Yeah, I can't even start that because I'm in the middle of a show. I can't go down there. Then I'm working all the time. So if y'all need me, go right to the source. 352-454-9561, text or call. And that's my cell phone. So only my live family has the cell phone over here, okay? Because every other time on my videos, you'll hear 352-204-9026, and that's Miss Blakely to help me out. So yeah, Gary, I'll still be around unless I'm dead. If I'm dead, then I can't help you. But by then, maybe Blakely or Jamie will step up to the plate. Or Christian. I had the worst allergies when we were in Florida. Yeah, Missy, you came at the absolute worst time of the year because it's just crazy. It's just craziness. You never even know what hit you because these oak trees, you look up and you don't even really see any pollen or anything or where pollen would be coming from in these oak trees. But man, it's this yellow is all over your cars, all over the pool deck, outside in your lanai, it's all over the tables. And you're like, this is in like February. I still have a little bit of a allergy problem here, but and I'm thinking. Then the leaves start falling. Then those pollen pod things start coming out every year.
And then the caterpillars.
Yeah, you know, I saw caterpillars out here, but they're not at my house.
Oh, they're at mine. I can give you some.
I don't want them. My dogs might eat them, and then I'll be in trouble. Where was I going with that one? Yeah, so if you come between, like March is like the worst. And this year, usually I try to rake up the leaves on the weekends and then rake more and then rake more and then rake more for like 4 weeks straight. This year, I said, just go ahead, rain all the leaves down that you want, oak trees, and I'm going to catch you at the end. So it worked out pretty good. But every year I'm going on 18 years in my house. Every year I'd be raking. So I had a trick for that this year. Gary says, stay away from the rabbits. You mean the rabbit holes. That's it. We're going down a rabbit hole. And then, see, I park under a big old live oak tree every day. So you got bird poop, leaves, pollen pods. You got to stay away from those oak trees, Gary. All right, so listen, let's get on a little subject here. We're going to go, let's see. What are we going to go to? Matrix. So tomorrow, Topic Tuesday, is supposed to be about this real estate market, right? And, but man, I don't know what to tell y'all, but not wanting to get too political, but I'm going to get political for a second, because I know there's people out there that are just raising hell about Trump and the tariffs and Elon Musk and all that stuff. And if you don't agree with me, I'm sorry, but this is a long time coming. We just need to grin and bear it and ride it out, because by the time all this is all said and done, we're going to be sitting pretty. So that's my take on it. But it's kind of really throwing a monkey wrench in everything. And I don't know. From what I understand, oil prices have gone down. I'm waiting for gas prices to go down. I haven't seen them go down yet. Even though price per barrel's gone down from 75 to 65. And I know all my investments, but what goes down must come up. And historical, in my almost 70 years on this earth, that stock market does this. Right now it's here, but it's gonna keep going. So y'all don't shoot me. Don't shoot the messenger. I can't even see my chats right now because we're going down the road here. So I don't even know what I'm going to talk about on Topic Tuesday tomorrow, because I have pretty much no idea what the market's doing. I don't even know what it's doing today. So let's check it out, you and me both together. So, active, the villages, 672. So look, that is a good number, because it was up around 690. So it's come down. So that is a good indicator. 672 matches. Last week, what was it? 7. No. 7 plus? I don't know. Anyways, we're going to pending. I don't know what it was last week. Pending. Pending's typically, when a contract is written on a home, it typically closes in 30 to 40 days. So we're going 45. Actually, no, we're not going 45. We want to see what it did last week. How many? Ooh, wow. 39. That's pretty low. Last week was 52, I think. 48. And no, I know it was more than that. That says 41. But anyways, 0 to 7 tells me 39 matches. I know we've been looking at 52, 53. But let me just say this, and this is probably what I need to talk about tomorrow. Everybody asks me, when is the best time of the year to sell a home or to buy a home? And let's just talk about when the best time is to sell a home. Best time of the year to sell a home is June to September. And why is that? Well, that's because we've come out of the winter months. Now, this is April, what is this? April 7th. So kids are going to be out of school in about a month and a half, right? Month and a half. Parents are not going to take their kids out of school because they bought a home and moved somewhere. So that's the thing. Parents are not moving until after the kids get out of school. Once the kids get out of school, so they might go ahead and buy a home now, but they're not going to close until probably June, right? Once the kids are out of school. But usually, like right now, that's why this number is so low, 39, because there's not a lot of people up north selling their home. And that's how it works. That's the dynamics. Families with children who want to move and buy that retiree's home who wants to move to the villages, those families aren't buying and they're not moving. So that retiree up north is not selling his home to come down here. And that's a perfect example as to why last week was such a slow week in sales. 39 matches for the week. Out of 600 and whatever homes, 39 sold in the MLS. Probably the same, maybe a little more. Maybe the villages sold 50. They always sell a little bit more because they tend to have a little more inventory. They have all the new homes, obviously, and they tend to have a little bit more in pre-owned. And don't even get me on that bandwagon, because I just don't understand that. But I'll tell you why. First of all, you list your home with the same people who are selling new homes. Why would you list your home with people who are in direct competition with you to sell new homes? That's what they do. Why would you list your pre-owned home with somebody who primarily wants to sell new homes? Doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm just throwing that out there. If you think about it, does not make any sense. I know I'll go into a listing appointment. And they go, oh yeah, listing agent from the villages came over here and said my home was worth all this, you know. Or my neighbor listed their home with the villages and they listed it for, it was way up here, and you're telling me my home is worth down here. I'm like, think about it, right? 2 reasons they will overprice your home for a listing. Number one, they'll say, oh, we're where everybody comes to buy a home in the villages. No, that's not true. Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Redfin, Homes.com, that's where the majority of people are looking at homes. Yeah, they'll look at the village's website as well, but you know, we're on an even platform as far as that goes, with accessibility and marketing and all that. So they can't say, we're where everybody goes to buy a home, you need to list with us. Then they'll overprice your home. Why are they overpricing your home? Because they're going to take people to your overpriced home Well, first of all, they're going to overprice it because they want to undercut us in the MLS, who are giving them the true market value for a home. So they're always going to go $10,000, $20,000, excuse me, above, because that tends to get them the listing. That, and this way they get the listing from an MLS agent, and then they can take people to that overpriced home and say, hey, let me take and show you a brand new home for $50,000 less than this home here. Now, it makes sense, right? Because that developer probably makes, I would say, I don't know, I'm a contractor. I've done the math. I'd say they make $75,000 a home anyways. And what do they make on a pre-owned home? They might make 2.5%. So on a, let's say a $500,000 home, they're making $12,500. Do you think they want to make $12,500 or do they want to make $75,000? Think about it. So, I know, I was there for 9 years. I know the way they operate. I just need to educate the public, and that's why this is a PSA, public service announcement. This is, I'm telling you the way it is, okay? So hopefully this goes out. I wish it'd go viral, but anyways, I know that's not going to happen. But anyways, y'all know, kind of why, if you're looking at inventory, why Villages homes tend to be priced more than what the MLS homes are priced. Number two, I want to mention, because I was doing a video on a 2023 listing that I have on Mickey Lee. And if any of you were watching us, 2 weeks ago, were we on the remote?
Yes.
So 2 weeks ago, we drove by this built in 2023. This is before I got the listing, but I had seen them that same day. Man, what you get for a brand new home, what you get for a pre-owned home versus a brand new home is incredible, because these people, they painted their driveway. Now that driveway probably cost them, or that garage floor. They didn't paint their driveway, I'm sorry. They painted their garage floor. Probably cost them $5,000. They put in these really cool fans. They added solar panels. They added a front entry screen. There's so much that I pointed out. You'll have to see the video. But when you look at this video and compare this home compared to what you get in a newer home, I think the bond's around $35,000. Now it's upwards around $55,000. So you're saving 20 grand right there just in a bond. Another thing I want to point out too, in this home in particular on Mickey Lee, they have solar panels. Now these solar panels are not paid for, okay? And I didn't even think about this till just today. So I'm like, hey, how much are the solar panels? Well, we pay $125 a month for these solar panels. I'm like, okay, well, $125 a month. Then there's a $20 service charge from Duke Energy. Don't ask me what that's for, I don't know, but it is what it is. So they pay $145 a month for their electric. But the beautiful thing is, if they want to drop their AC down to 68 degrees at night or in the daytime or whatever, especially when it's 95 degrees out in the summertime, my wife told me last night my electric bill is $500 last month. $500. And so I'm starting to think now, man, maybe I need to get me some solar panels, because I have a pool and I have a pretty big house, and we have dogs. The dogs are inside dogs, so we can't just cut the air off all day, especially in 95-degree temperatures outside. So, hey, if we're paying $125 a month for solar panels that are supplying the house, why not? So we might have to think about that. That's my other PSA for you. All right, let's move on, because I cannot see my chats right now, just so y'all know. Well, actually, I can, I guess. Yeah, here we go. Stay away from the rabbits. I park, okay. Pest control is a must in Florida. Becky Forbes, 100%. Yeah. I agree. The people freaking out and throwing rocks at Tesla, seriously. Dude, I heard about this 2-pound rock going through a Tesla's windshield and almost killing a pregnant mother. That's nuts. Let me tell you something. I'm an independent. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm an independent voter. My voting status is independent. Elon Musk. I love that guy, because he came up with this saying, I didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me. And he drew this little stick figure thing. And it was like, these Democrats went all the way over to the progressive side. And I'm going to tell you something. There are a lot of Democrats, whether they admit it or not, voted for Trump, and I guarantee you will end up changing their voter status to either independent. There's a lot of them going independent. I think most of them will go independent, but come on over to my side. Anyways, said I wasn't going to get political. Jace, you had me going down that road. Why do the golf carts in the villages cost more than a car? Well, some do and some don't. Just depends how fancy you want to get. Ask Mr. Gallagher there. He can tell you. He bought 2 of them. But there's some out there with these lithium batteries with these high output motors that could do about 30 miles an hour. So now you've got these lithium battery high output motors on these golf carts. Yeah, they can get up there pretty high, but you are state of the art now, buddy, with these golf carts. So yeah, some of them will get up about 30 grand, 27, 28. But they're high end, and those lithium batteries, man, they go for a long time. These old ones, see, I used to advocate for gas golf carts because the old technology just wouldn't get you where you need to go. Jace, where he lives, he'll drive his golf cart from the village of Bonita all the way to Tierra del Sol, which is probably about, 35, 40 minutes away? I don't know. He probably has, I think he's got one of them high output golf carts. So, yeah. And he goes all the way back, and he still says he's got like half a charge still after all that way. So that's the man to ask.
New golf carts, do they depreciate the same way cars do?
Depends on the technology.
Okay.
Like as soon as they came out with those lithium battery and high output motors, and they're doing 30 miles an hour, yeah, all the other ones now have went. But, and they're quiet, and you're just zipping along. So that's why, Chris, you can buy a less expensive one. I don't want to say cheaper, but a less expensive one. Got to learn to ride the wave and have patience. Catherine Jacobson. That's my cousin's last name. Write it out is right. I agree with you. Yeah, that's, look. We are really going to reap the rewards because that stock market's going to bounce. And it's like, you guys remember the Super Balls a long time ago? These little Super Balls they used to have. You could bounce them and those things would go 30 feet in the air. Stock market's going to be like a Super Ball. Wrestler Mania is in the house. Thanks, Wrestler, for joining the show. So he's going to make his rounds. There's Jay. Still waiting for Ira to list a home that has reinforced roof trusses so I can easily install a pole so I can practice for my Olympic geriatric pole dancing competitions. So here's what I'll do for you. I'll drill you a hole in the middle of your living room, right through the concrete. Put that pole in there, concrete around it, attach it to the trusses, and there you go. Your Olympic geriatric pole dancing is live. And then you can, have parties. And you can have all your friends pole dancing in your living room. How's that, Wrestler, for you? I've always wondered that myself, Ira. It makes sense. Oh, yeah, for sure. I've noticed in the VLS that many of the new homes don't even have a kitchen island. The kitchens look ridiculous without it. So, there is so much that the new homes don't come with that, it's just an added price. So watch when are we going to put out Mickey Lee?
Mickey Lee this week.
This is the guy. I'm putting him under the hot seat. He's the one that has to put out the video we did today for Mickey Lee Run. That's the 2023 home, and I just sit there and go through. They probably have 15 grand just in landscaping alone in the front of the house. You're going to love it. It's beautiful. Then the screened front porch, then the painted garage, fancy, what is it? Fancy ceiling fans and
LED lights on the outside.
Lights in the soffit. This thing has all LVP flooring in all the bedrooms. I don't know this for a fact, but I don't think that the new homes have LVP in the bedrooms. This home has it throughout the whole house. Washer and dryer comes with it. What else? I know there's a bunch of stuff I pointed out. Anyways, be watching for that video on Mickey Lee. You'll love it. Yeah, I agree, Becky. I've noticed in the VLS that many of the new homes don't even have a kitchen island. You know why? Because they figure if you want a kitchen island, you can go out, buy yourself an island, but they're trying to cut costs. They have to. So, why would you rent solar panels? And that's why I just explained why you would. Because now, I don't live, Catherine, in the villages. Never have. Why not? Well, because if we do the math, I've been in my home for 18 years in May, next month. My son is 22. So that leaves us 4 years, right? Only within the last 4 years. Wait a minute. 19, 20, 20, 20. Only within the last 3 years. You can't, nobody here in the villages can have children or anybody live with them full time under the age of 19. So I got started way late in life. So my daughter's 25? No, is she? Yeah, she's 25. And my son's 22. So I haven't qualified to live in the villages except for the last 3 years. So I couldn't. They kicked me out, even though my kids went right through the charter school from pre-K 3 all the way through high school. They could not live here. Now we could live in the family neighborhoods, but I live close to my father-in-law. That tells you anything. That's another reason why I can't live in the villages now. So there you go. Now, the next question I always get is, where would you live if you did move to the villages? And I always tell everybody, Marion County. Now, is Hazelwood on Homes Around the Villages?
I think everything now is just on the renovations channel.
So I put all my renovations that I did, Hazelwood being one of them, on my IM Renovations YouTube channel. I'm thinking maybe I should add that back. It's a whole series, though. It's not just one video. It's a series of videos from where we started with a lantana, and man, we ripped out the whole kitchen, ripped out walls. I mean, that's what I would do. If I moved to the villages, I'd get a good deal on a home. This home sits on a pond and then the golf course. The guy paid, I think, $525,000 for this lantana up in Marion County, and then spent like 80 or 90 brand new cabinets, huge island. Speaking of islands, Catherine, they put this giant island, but they just took out all the walls. You'd be amazed, the before and after of this lantana on Hazelwood. And then wait till you see the one on Manor Downs, because we did a lot of the same and more on Manor Downs. So that's what I like to do. I'm sitting here talking to y'all. Let me go ahead and I will. I'll get back up here to the big boy status. Actually, let me finish up what I was doing, and then we'll talk some more. All right. So, only 39 homes went pending last week. 7 to 14, it says 48 matches went pending. So that's another 9 more homes in 1 week.
You're not showing anymore?
There we go. Now, let's talk about sold. Boom. So these closed, well, we're going to do last 7 days. So how many homes closed? 50 homes closed. Now, these 50 probably went under contract a month ago, 30 to 40 days ago, and it took them 30 to 40 days to go ahead and close. So 48, 50, but 39 is quite a drop last week, but again, I explained to you why. But 50 homes sold within the last 7 days, and 0 to 30, 178 matches. 178 homes sold in the last 30 days, and 0 to 30. 164 went pending. So homes are selling. It's not like they're dead, not like, they're not selling, but homes are selling. Today's mortgage rates, let's see. Today's mortgage rates, we got Rocket Mortgage I like to go to check things out. 30-year rate, mortgage rates, down 6.375. So that's an FHA. This is a 30-year fixed with Rocket Mortgage, 7.125. Here's a VA loan, jumbo loans. I'm a little surprised. I thought it was like around 6.5%. Where are we? Purchase rates. I don't know what the difference between purchase rates and 30-year mortgage rates are. But you can estimate your rate. You can go in here and estimate what they're going to charge you. This says 7.125 with 2 points to lower your interest rate. That doesn't make sense to me, really. Because this is where I thought we were. I bet you can probably get that down. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back to our chat room. And there we go. All right, so why would you rent solar panels? Well, like I said, never really thought about it. And, I always thought whenever you have solar panels, you can feed electricity back into the grid, and they would pay you for that. So I don't know. I would say you probably need to check it out and see what kind of solar panels. I know there's solar panels from $30,000 up to about $60,000. So maybe those $60,000 solar panels. Now that I think about it, I have to call. Nash Loop tomorrow because they have the $60,000 solar panels that they paid off. So anyways, let's see. What village are you? Okay, I'm sure you have to pay to remove solar panels when replacing roof and pay to reinstall. Yes, you do. But, well, you know, yeah, the thing is, I don't know. This thing with the roofs and insurance companies is just totally insane to me because roofs have a 35 to a 50-year rating these days. So for an insurance company to say you have to replace your roof within 15 years is nuts. Not when it's always been. Now, if it's a 35-year rated roof, yeah, about 20 to 25 years, you're ready for a new roof. There are some roofs out there, like I said, that are 50-year rated roofs. Those are the ones with the peel and stick underlayment, and then they put these shingles on top of those. But those are a thicker shingle as well. So for them to insurance companies to say you have to replace it within 15 years, I don't get that. That's crazy. By the way, Kristen, for Glenn and all y'all, says, yes, that will work. So next Monday, we are going to do a remote live stream from Crestwood. Is it Crestwind?
Crosswind, yep.
At Hammock Oaks. Crestwind at Hammock Oaks.
At 5:30.
At 5:30, not 6 o'clock, okay? Okay, let's see. I am sure you have to pay to remove, okay, we talked about that. You forgot the cost of removal and install of panels when you replace your roof. So, what I would say about that is, shouldn't have to replace your roof until those panels are paid off, which is in 20 years. So, if you think about it, and who knows, you know, with these insurance companies, I don't know, maybe Daddy Trump will go after the insurance companies too about all this foolishness with these roofs, okay? Anyways, when it's time to replace your roof, probably need to replace your solar panels anyways, right? A 20-year-old solar panel is probably pretty much lived out its life. Peter, I see some homes that were bought during the pandemic starting to be listed for more than they were bought for. How much has the market fallen since the pandemic? So Peter, anybody who bought a home like in 2021 or 2022, well, let's say 2022, paid a good premium on those homes. And so you're saying, you know, the village is just a huge phenomenon, right? You're pretty much, if you're in that home more than a year, you're always going to make money or make a profit on that home, okay? Now, yes, there are realtor fees if you go to sell that home, which is your biggest expense. There are documentary stamps, and that might be something I want to talk about tomorrow in Topic Tuesday, along with the market. Okay, so, yeah, but you're always, I mean, I've been here for 25 years. I can tell you that supply and demand. I mean, that's pretty much what it's about, supply and demand. A lot of people hate the developer because the developer just mass produces these new homes and floods the market. Let me tell you something. If we didn't have those new homes to fall back on, I always thought to myself, if we're selling, what'd we sell last month? Hold on. So pending. Oh yeah, so 164 homes, and then well here, see 844 matches down here in 6 months. So we have, there's 600 and something, so we probably have about 150 days of inventory, not even. We have 100, I don't know, let's say 135 days of inventory. If there weren't those new homes, you guys, man, we would blast through our inventory of new homes like you wouldn't believe. And kind of worried me there for a while once I thought they were going to stop at Brownwood. And I started doing the math, and I said, you got all these real estate agents and all these sales going on. And I'm thinking, man, we're going to go right through the inventory, the pre-owned inventory, and not have anything to sell. And if there's like 200 or 300 MLS agents out there, we're really going to be in trouble. So those new homes kind of, supplement the inventory and at least keep the resale inventory buoyed up. So tomorrow we will go through and see how many days on the market. I'll do that. Closing costs, days on market. We'll talk about that stuff tomorrow. Termites really an issue in the villages? No, not really. But Peter, just to go back to you just for a second, this is now 3 years out of the pandemic. I'm going to say 2022 is when we got out of the pandemic. Actually, it's probably 2021, but that's when everybody started flooding to Florida once they were able to get free and get loose, and it's supply and demand, and that's why prices were higher. But hey, cost of construction continues to go up, and that's why housing prices continue to go up because of cost of construction. So there you go. Are termites really an issue in the villages? No, not really. I mean, I've only seen a couple of houses over in the historic district there where the mobile homes are. Those are the only places I've ever seen termites, is in Orange Blossom Hills. So too bad you can't use the metal shingle roof in the villages. Now, I don't know that you cannot. I do know of a couple homes that do have metal roofs. One is in the village of Bridgeport at Lake Sumter. Bridgeport at Lake Sumter, there's a premier home over there, all metal roof. So if anybody wants a metal roof, I would go and I would point that home out and say, hey, you let them have a metal roof, you have to let me have a metal roof. That's the rules. What's the average cost of a new roof in Florida? Excuse me. Average cost, I would just round it up to about $15,000 to $16,000. That's anywhere from an 1,800 to 2,000 square foot home. I want to change some landscaping, plant some bushes in my yard, but someone told me that if the villagers originally planted the landscape, then they could fine you for changing it. Not true. But the rule is you have to go through the architectural review committee, so we'll get you a plat plan of your lot, talk about what you want to do to it and what you're going to get rid of and what you're going to put in its place, and you're good to go. So I think they were only talking about if you did it without architectural review committee approval, they could fine you. I don't even know that they would fine you. I think they would just make you submit the application, and they're going to approve it anyways. So it's my understanding that any landscape changes must be approved. Oh, there you go. And Becky, there you go. Gave you the answer, Trish. Sam Loricilla, having a hard time deciding between the villages or on top of the world. So it's kind of, it's actually kind of easy to make a decision because the villages is huge. The villages, the houses in the villages are more expensive than, let's say, the same home on top of the world. Like, for instance, on top of the world has these estate series homes, almost 2,900 square feet living area, 3-car garage. You could probably pick one up now for about $600,000. That same 2,900 square foot home, 3-car garage in the villages, it costs you probably $8,000. So let me just back up and say between $600 and $650 in on top of the world, and about $800 in the villages. So there's a cost savings there, but you have to decide whether all the activities that the villages has, the golf cart accessibility is for you, or is the size of the villages overwhelming to you, and the amount of people that come here, especially in the wintertime, is for you. So that's kind of what I would have you ask yourself, whether or not you want to go to on top of the world or you want to go to the villages. So but get with me, because I usually sit and talk to people for about an hour and a half before we even go anywhere or do anything, right? Because it's an important decision. Now, a lot to do in Ocala. There's a lot of restaurants in Ocala. There's the Epic movie theater with reclining seats in Ocala that you can eat right there. You have World Equestrian Center. You have Silver Springs attractions. There's a lot to do in Ocala. So you're just going to have to kind of toss it back and forth, people who live in the villages love, love, love the villages. And I can see that. That's understandable because they have what they want, all the activities and the squares and the entertainment every night. The thing I find is most people, not all people, but most people, after about 6 months, the squares, they're not as desirable. But people then gravitate to the recreation that's here in the villages, pickleball and golf and your ceramic classes and clay molding and cards, and there's so much to do here. But there's the same thing over and on top of the world as well. So that's what I try to help you with in making a decision which way to go. Okay, so anyways, let me know if you'd like to meet with me, and then we can definitely help you with that. So there we go. All right, let's see here. What else do we need? Let me go back to, was there anything on here we needed more?
You had the Rocket mortgage.
Okay, so we already went through Rocket Mortgage, right? Went through those rates, went through how many homes sold. So we like to measure the amount of homes on the market by inventory. Right, so how many months of inventory is out there? So I just showed you about 135 days. What is that? 5 months is 150 days. So about 4.5 months of inventory. That's not real bad. Let me tell you something. Back in 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, I mean, the inventory was like 1.5 years. We had about 18 months of inventory back in the dark ages of real estate. So what I just showed here, but let's really take it as a whole though. Let's say the Villages has just as many pre-owned homes. So maybe you're looking at 8 months, 9 months of inventory. Okay, so there you go. All right, you guys, listen. Almost 7:30. I got to duck out of here and get to Sam's Club before they close. Because why? We're almost at a Celsius. Christian keeps drinking all my Celsius, so now I got to go re-up.
It's a team effort. We work together.
On drinking the inventory? Does Blakely drink those?
No. Vincent will grab one occasionally, but it's only the guys who do it. So.
Okay. Vincent isn't a guy?
No, I said only the guys drink.
Oh, okay, I got you. Anyways, I gotta re-up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Yeah, we're low. We're very low. So I'm gonna have to get over there. Any last minute questions or comments? That's what I'm here for. Thanks, Missy Mo. Appreciate it. You have a great evening as well. And Topic Tuesday, tomorrow, 1 p.m. We'll probably only go to about 1:50 because I've got to meet somebody at 2 o'clock in the Villages. And then next week, remote from Crestwind at Hammock Oaks. Awesome. You're going to love these homes. You guys have got, if you're not there next Monday to see these gorgeous models. man, these things are state of the art. I love, you know me, I'm a freak when it comes to construction and real estate. Wait till you see these awesome models that are over there. Man, I was getting so many ideas from that. It's crazy. You're going to love it. And then if not, if you miss it, hey, pull up the live stream when after it's all said and done, you'll be able to see them again. It's going to be a great time. Kristen will be our host. You saw her maybe last Monday, last Tuesday. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I know it was on our channel. So if you didn't get a chance to see her, you might want to refresh yourself with what we're going to see. So, oh, Brian, you've been hiding in the background, buddy. So thank you so much. Ghost Rider's working that overtime. So he's going to have to watch the replay. So, Renee, you didn't say if I can show your motorcycles or not, or your motorcycle, so I didn't go any further with that one. But if we can, maybe, well, I can't do it next week because we'll be remote. That's a beautiful bike, Renee. I loved it. So Pat and Jane, thank you so much for watching. Renee, Ghost Rider, Brian, Missy, you guys are awesome. I love y'all. Becky, thanks for jumping on. And Sam, I appreciate you jumping in on the chat as well. Some new names I love seeing, and the more the merrier. Don't know if Jace is still out there. He'll be here in a couple of weeks, I would imagine. And so be looking, because I just might be up on that stage with Jason because playing that guitar. Right?
I want to get a video of that, definitely.
I've been practicing. I'm even taking lessons now. All right, you guys, love y'all. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you either tomorrow or next week. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you so much for watching us here. Thank you for spending time with me. It means a lot to me.